Hello, it's been quite a while since I recorded this. I'm Circle Master. We're grinding to level 99 in the Evil Forest in Final Fantasy IX. And immediately somebody has PM'd me on Discord. DM'd me? Asking me if I want to play a trivia game in somebody else's stream. And I'm like, I'm kind of streaming right now. So that would be difficult. Did everything turn yellow? Yeah, it looks like everything just turned yellow. Awesome. It's good to know we're still having that issue. That's very yellow. Let's see if we can fix that. That's better. Much less yellow. I don't know why it turns yellow, but unplugging and plugging back in the video connector on the PlayStation seems to fix it. So it may just be a bad cable, but I've kind of already had to replace that cable once already, and I don't want to pay to replace it again. Also, it would be from the same company, so like if it's a systemic problem, it won't actually fix that. Unfortunately, we're a long ways away from another level, so it's definitely not happening tonight. But we can hang out, listen to music, enjoy one another's company, digest some ice cream, maybe change the stream title to reflect what I'm actually playing. Whoops. What is going on with my keyboard? There we go. Now it should be correct, possibly if you refresh the stream. Uh, so how's everybody else doing tonight? Are you doing good, Joey, or are you in desperate need of ice cream? I just realized that while I was getting ice cream, I should have gotten a drink. I'm still drinkless. It was good to hear that from Zeke, and less good to hear that from Malik. I do hope things improve soon for you, Malik. Yeah, I know how that goes sometimes. Like when you boot up Final Fantasy IX and the screen turns yellow. It's a petty annoyance, but still grates on the nerves. I just opened up Amazon to see about getting a new video cable for the PlayStation, and it is recommending that I pay $800 for a drone. I don't know what I've done to make Amazon think that I'm in the market for a drone, but its little brain has decided that it wants to try to sell me a drone. It's trying to ups. How can it upsell me from PlayStation cable to drone? Like, trying to pitch me a PlayStation 5 would be an upsell. Put the drone on the TV and record it with its 144p camera. Yeah, Malik, I get that they want me to spend more money than I want to spend, but that's why, you usually play to the brand or the topic or the related item to what the person is shopping for. Also, when I searched PS2 HDMI cable, the number 3 result I got has in bold not HDMI, and then it's a 6-foot AV cable. Like, it's just a replacement AV cable for a PS2 or PS3. See what else does Amazon want to sell me? They want to sell me a 3D printer. Yes, I have heard of Postal. I hear that Postal 2 is very good and Postal 3 is very bad. I may have those backwards, but I'm pretty sure I don't. I've not played any of them myself. I was never one for, like, gross out humor. And my understanding was that it tended to be like piss on people and stuff like that. Maybe that's just the bad one. I don't know. So apparently, after ordering and subsequently returning the capture card because I thought my capture device was dead, when in fact it was not, and I was just stupid. I apparently opted to put that purchase price on the return onto my Amazon account instead of refunding it to my payment method. Because I just looked and I have a bunch of gift card balance. And I don't know what to do with it now. I wish I had just refunded it to my payment card. Well, I had gotten Amazon Renewed Elgato 4K60. I forget what it's called, but the PCIe slot-in capture card. Thinking that I knew how it worked when in fact I did not, and it wasn't even like the right device for my use case. But the Scalpocalypse, for some reason, has affected Elgato as well, because after taxes, it was a skosh over $200 for a renewed one, a used return. The brand new ones were like $380. And this was like listed at $185. So it would have been out the door closer to $400 or over $400. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this Amazon balance, because, like, yeah, I could waste a bunch of money on something that I don't need. But on the other hand, I can't exactly put it toward a bill if it's trapped on an Amazon gift card account thing. So I don't know what to do. Like I said, it's a hair over $200. It's not enough to get a cool computer thing, but it's more than I can justify getting a random toy or whatever. Like, yeah, I could spend it all to get, Warhammer minis, but that seems like I'm just doing that to have spent it rather than because I want to buy that and I just happen to have a gift card. Did the screen turn yellow again? Maybe I should put some of it toward... I don't think it did. I'll wait for this text to come up. The text is usually a good indicator of how yellow it is. No, we're good. It's just my eyes playing tricks. Amazon does not have fresh in my area. I live in a rural hellhole prison, which has no real access to services. Which is why I have to use a cellular internet provider. But yeah, if I could just use it for groceries or something, that's a bill at least. I have T-Mobile. T-Mobile home internet. Not the 5G. The LTE. I can't have the 5G in my area because the 5G signal is not strong enough, despite the fact that my phone has 5G and I'm looking at 4 out of 5 bars right now. They won't give me the 5G home internet. I mean, I could buy maybe. I know some companies and some retailers limit what you can uh like they limit your ability to buy gift cards with other gift cards because a lot of a lot of people who buy gift cards with other gift cards are scamming or have stolen them. But like that's the same problem with an extra step of okay, what gift card do I want to buy with it that I then have a different gift card that I will then have to justify spending. Like yeah, I could theoretically get a Steam gift card and then add it to my Steam account, but then I just have $200 on Steam that I'll have to look around justifying spending. It'll be the same problem just on a different storefront. Yeah, well, if I were Amazon or Visa, I wouldn't let somebody buy a Visa credit card, prepaid credit card or debit card, whatever, with an Amazon gift card because of the aforementioned potential for abuse. I'm not sure that it's worth bothering with Zeke. I'm. What the hell? Amazon's now trying to sell me a grappling hook. Like just a straight up grappling hook with rope. And it's $65. Yeah, I wasn't thinking Batman. I was thinking like D&D. You know, Dungeons and Dragons. They want me to become a first level adventurer. You gotta get your rope, your grappling hook. I'll have my the drone that it tried to sell me will be my familiar. I'll be a wizard. I'll be a level 1 wizard with a grappling hook. I'll have my drone familiar. And my 3D printer is my my prestidigitation spell is the 3D printer that it really wants to sell me to. They're like, I shall conjure up this demon, and I 3D print a mini. Behold, this imp will serve me well. Every time this song comes up in the shuffle, I think it's from a movie, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Alright, have a good night, Joey. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I ugh. For some reason, my brain just was not recognizing how many hit points I had, and I'm like, am I almost dead? I can't even tell. And then I open it up, and the first thing I see is the dead character. I'm like, if I'm dead, how come I didn't get a game over? That's where my brain's at right now. My brain is at the bad part where it doesn't understand things. Oh, thank you for the follow, James TD5. I appreciate that. What the hell happened? Apparently somebody posted about me on Twitter today, and I have a bunch of notifications about this. So that was the thing. I wish I knew how to market myself on Twitter or Twitch or YouTube or anything or real life. Yeah, unfortunately, what I'm up to very often is pain. Like, it'd be super nice if I could stream for long enough that I don't even know how the algorithm works in Twitch, but it seems like I can go 2.5 hours before my head is just too far gone. And then I'll get the here's your stream summary report, and it tracks how many viewers how many viewers you had at a given time during your stream. And it's like, starts at 0, goes up, and then I stop the stream, so I'm like ending while it's still going up or at the peak or whatever. And it's like, wow, if I could hang on for a longer stream, it might get more. But I can't. How are we in a post Elden Ring climate? I'm pretty sure we're still in an Elden Ring climate. I'm still in Limgrave. I haven't beat the first Legacy dungeon yet. We better not be in a post Elden Ring climate. Otherwise, I'm screwed. I did meet Margit eventually. Me and Rogier. Yes, I summoned Rogier. I'm not ashamed. Well, yeah, it's an open world game. I mean, there's gonna be crazy speedruns, kind of like Breath of the Wild, where you just go screw this. I'm going right to the final boss and winning. I'm sure you can do that in Elden Ring. Um, I saw the video by Ampha about I forget what the exact name of it is. Like the sword of flame and night or something like that. Blade of fire and night. I don't know. And it's like, here's how you run exactly through the game to find this one item. Here's how you get a morning star that inflicts bleed. Here's an NPC you can go kill so you can get enough souls to level up so you can use the special weapon. Now you can own the entire game because look how cool and powerful this is. I almost said overpowered. It's overpowered if you go back to Limgrave with it and you like one-shot Margit. It's obviously not something that a casual player will do uh, unless like unless they're specifically recreating that video of like, I want to run and get this item and then be able to use it. But yeah, I don't know, Jen's Duck. Why do people still use Reddit? That's basically what that is. Hell, people still use GameFAQs, don't they? I mean, I still use Something Awful. That's still a thing. If I ever get around to making a Let's Play again, I'll be posting it there. I still have the one Let's Play in mind that I would like to do but I'm waiting for, you know, DLC and such to be released that has been announced, so that the game is actually in a state of completion when I make the Let's Play. Oh, but there's another game that I saw. It's not out yet. It was like, for whatever reason, Steam recommended it to me, even though it's not coming out until May. But it's like, I love to make a Let's Play of it with Dan and Grace. Because if you have watched my YouTube channel, I would recommend you watch the Shadow of Destiny LP, which is the Japanese time travel murder mystery game that I did with Dan and Grace. Dan and Grace are great people, by the way. I thought that was funny, and it was fun to make. I enjoyed that. And then I also did Contradiction LP, which was subtitled. But it was an FMV murder mystery game. And now I saw... I'm gonna pull it up on Steam. I think I wishlisted it. There we go. The Centennial Case, a Shijima story, which is an FMV Japanese murder mystery involving multiple eras of history. I don't think it's time travel. I think you just play as different characters in different time periods that are all played by the same actors, kind of like how Shadow of Destiny had the same character models for different people across the time eras. So it's like this perfect mix conceptually of Contradiction and Shadow of Destiny. So that's like, ooh, I need to Let's Play that. And I'd love to Let's Play that with Dan and Grace because they were there for Shadow of Destiny. It seems like it'd be really fun. It's coming out May 12th, so for all I know it's going to be hot garbage. But hey, it's going to be that very specific niche of hot garbage. Oh, this game that I was hoping would be good is in fact not good. Ironsmith Medieval Simulator is apparently a bad game. I was hoping it would be an okay game. It is getting bad reviews. Time frame in 2023 were 98. I don't understand what that means, Jen's Duck. I just don't get that. I don't know what you're referencing. I don't think we're going to be level 98 in Final Fantasy IX in 2023. Hey, Sergeant Hammer. I'm still not getting what you're saying, Jen's Duck. My brain is not processing it. I'm sorry. We're at 2 hours into the stream. My brain is starting to turn into pudding, or perhaps a chunky applesauce sort of texture. Hot take, real quick. Third hot take of the stream. Hot take number 3. Not a fan of chunky applesauce. Well, I had to sandwich the hot takes to make another food reference. So, hot take number 1 was about food. And then hot take number 2 was not. And then hot take number 3 is about food. Zeke, don't make me hydrate. I told you I don't have no drinks. My water bottle, she is bone dry. You're making me get up and go hydrate. And if I get up from the game, I may not ever come back. But you did do the thing. Okay, so I will have to be right back. You will continue to listen to Liszt's Hungarian Rhapsody number 2 while I get water with which to hydrate myself. Be right back. Alright, I have returned with a freshly filled 40-ounce water bottle. LTTstore.com, hashtag not sponsored. Here you go, Zeke. Oh, that's good. Delicious. Oh, hey, speaking of 2023, Jen's Duck, I was the fool who decided to wait for Steam Deck reviews to come out before I put down a $5 deposit on ordering one. Because, you know, never pre-ordered. And now they're not even going to sell me one probably until 2023. When I made the deposit, it said like estimated order, whatever, estimated place in queue was after Q2. And now it says after Q3. And I bet if I go there again, it'll say something even later. How do I guess I can just search Steam Deck. Steam Deck. Your expected order availability after Q3 2022. It'll be in my wish list? I don't know. I just searched Steam Deck and went to the store page for it, and it says choose your Steam Deck, and it has the one that I reserved, and it says, oh, they're not even taking reservations for any of them anymore. I think last time I looked, there were buttons that you could reserve one of each if you wanted, but now you can't even do that. Let's see, if I go to my wish list, yeah, it's not on my wish list. What a lie. Mine was not. Did you actually reserve? Did you actually pay the $5 for the deposit thing? Did you get a reservation? That's weird. Maybe you just got a reservation before I did. So yours is actually showing up. But mine is not. Why do I have this game? I'm never going to get this game. I'm going to remove that from my wish list. I think that game was on sale and I never bothered to get it, so I should probably take that off. This game, I don't even remember what it is, so I'm going to have to click into this. Okay. That can stay. I don't know why it's mixed now. I should take out Paranoia. Happiness is mandatory. That game's never going to come out. Those devs vaporwared the shit out of that. Thoughts over Stranger of Paradise. I have to look up what Stranger of Paradise is. Oh, it's the Final Fantasy... We have to kill Chaos? Is that what that is? Never not killing Chaos? Yes, it's never not killing Chaos. I really hope it's as goofy as it sure seems to be. But it's probably not. They're probably going to try to play it totally straight, and it's going to suck. I'd really love it to be just... I'd love it to be like a pastiche or a parody of isekai as a genre. Like, I want the final boss to not be Chaos. I want the final boss to be Truck-kun. I want a literal truck to appear and threaten to send Generic Man. What's his name? Jack? I want a literal truck to bust into the final boss fight, threaten to send Jack back to his home planet by hitting him again, and he has to fight the truck. And he wins when he suplexes it Sabine style. Sabine style. Final Fantasy VI style. I always said Sabine as a kid, but it's probably Sabine. No, I don't want it to be the tutorial boss, because the intro is he gets hit by Truck-kun and sent to Final Fantasy Land. Coming soon to Disneyland. Final Fantasy Land, as soon as Disney buys Square Enix. Because, you know, they're already doing Kingdom Hearts together, why not? They'll put it right next to Fantasyland. There'll be Fantasyland, and then there will be like an 8-bit curtain, and you go through that, and then you're in Final Fantasyland. And you can buy like the foam pixelated like Minecraft swords, except they're not Minecraft swords, they're Final Fantasy swords. They may look and source from exactly the same place as the Minecraft foam swords, but these are Final Fantasy foam swords. And Disney will charge you $150 for one after you've paid $100 plus to get into the park. See, I don't care for Caliburn as the fake Excalibur, that because it doesn't even, like, it only has a passing similarity to Excalibur. Like, nobody's gonna forget Excalibur has an X in it. That's why I liked the fan patch. Was it the fan patch? I forget. But there was some version of Final Fantasy V where it was Excalibur was the real one, but the fake one was Excalibur. So instead of ending B-U-R, it ends with P-O-O-R. Because it's a poor version of Excalibur. It's Excalibur. And it still sounds like really close to Excalibur. So you could justify somebody mixing them up. But no, it was 5. 6 did not have an Excalibur that I remember. Like, 6 had a reference to it with, what's his name? The guy you fight on the Phantom Train and he takes the chest away. And then in World of Ruin, he shows up with Edgar's gang when Edgar is pretending to be Jared. And he's just like, somebody's pretending to be me, don't believe them. And it's like, it's so weird and confusing. But that may just be a Woolseyism. Woolsey? Whatever, Ted Woolsey. Or Woosley. I think it's Woolsey. The one man who translated every Square game in the SNES era. Possibly at the same time, because they overworked him to death. So yeah, like, that never made sense to me. I don't know if they ever explained that, or if anybody's gone into like the Japanese script and looked up what it's supposed to be. What is that character's name? It's not Go-Go. Go-Go's the mimic. Was it just Gilgamesh? Did they just reuse Gilgamesh again? But, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, in the Phantom Train sequence, you go to open a chest, and he jumps down and attacks you, and he's like a mini boss fight, and you beat him. And then he opens the chest anyway and steals whatever was inside. And then he jumps away. Never to be seen again until World of Ruin, when a completely different character who never met them because they weren't on the Phantom Train runs into Jared and his gang, and he's just with Jared's gang and says somebody's going around pretending to be me. Don't believe them. And it's like the sequence didn't make sense in the Phantom Train, and with the callback, it double doesn't make sense. Because the callback doesn't make sense either. It's just layers of obtuseness. Speaking of isekai games, is it just me or does Forspoken look like hot garbage? It looks like every Ubisoft game except they put an isekai plot in it. Is it even made by Ubisoft or is somebody else completely making it? Oh, it is published by Square Enix, Luminous Productions. What the hell have they made? They made Final Fantasy 15. Apparently. Or maybe it's just people from them worked on Final Fantasy 15, or the people who worked on Final Fantasy 15 were put in this studio since it's a subsidiary of Square Enix. It's quite hard to tell. There's very little information. But like the trailers and stuff, it doesn't look like a Final Fantasy game. Not even a Final Fantasy 15 game. It looks like an Ubisoft game. Yeah, exactly. I want Jack who must kill chaos. I want this to be a spoof. I want this to be like Isekai's answer to Airplane. No, here we go. Here's what I want it to be. I want it to be revealed at the end, like in the final confrontation with Chaos, that Jack is actually Raiden from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Because he's, Jack. Right? And Chaos is actually Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot. But he's not actually Chaos. He's like, he used his spirit powers, or whatever the fuck, to astrally project himself. And now he's the big boss. Get it? Because he's the final boss of the game. And it's all Metal Gear. It's all a big thing, and that's why Jack wants to kill Chaos, is because he has to stop Revolver Ocelot's 18-dimensional chess plan to do something, because Patriots. And then it turns out the 4 Warriors of Light with Jack, who get turned into bats at the end, because, that's how Final Fantasy is. They're turned into bats. They're who become the Patriots. So that means that in Final Fantasy, the original game, when you defeat Chaos / Garland / not Ocelot anymore, because Jack stops him from astrally projecting, that unwittingly unleashes the Patriots. And it's like it's another level of the stable time loop that Garland set up to be immortal, where he goes back into the past as Chaos and then back to the future when he's defeated, and then back to the past when he's now it's a stable time loop where the Patriots come back. And Ocelot was trying to do the thing to contain the Patriots, because he's actually a good guy. Again, maybe. Or is he? You'll have to find out in Stranger in Paradise 2, Final Fantasy Casablanca, Play It Again, Sam. Starring Sam from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, the samurai guy, whose full name I can't remember anymore. The Spanish samurai guy. Why can't I remember his name? It feels like a stupid easy name to remember. Like I should. Like my brain is trying to get there, but it can't get there. Jetstream Stam. Yes, thank you. I kept wanting to say like Fastball Sam or something like that. It's like, I know that's not right. It's not Samurai Sam. It's not that dumb. It's something like that though. But yeah, Jetstream Sam. What were we talking about? Final Fantasy Origins? I don't know. It it's just it I want it to be goofier than I know it will be. I know it's going to be a pretty straightforward game. I wish it could be more than that. Though, frankly, if I'm going to toss a coin into a fountain and make a wish on a fake ruby that will actually come true, I'd probably save it for, I wish I wasn't disabled. I think I'd kind of have to go with that one. And the fact that that's so straightforward and boring means it would never come true. Speaking of things that'll never come true, I watched the latest Summoning Salt the other day. And every time I watch one of his videos, I wish that I could be a speedrunner. I think, man, maybe I should give speedrunning a try. And then I never do. Because there aren't any games that I would play that I'd be good at speedrunning. Maybe I should make that a Patreon thing. I'll make a Patreon poll. Nobody will answer it. Or maybe one person will answer it. There's one guy on my Patreon who's pretty active. He knows who he is. Maybe I'll make a Patreon poll and be like, hey, What game should I try speedrunning? Just like as a fun exercise for a month or whatever, a period of time. We're all dying under capital. What does that have to do with speedrunning? I don't want to think about that kind of stuff. I have enough problems. Anyway, maybe I should do a thing with speedrunning and have it be a Patreon thing. Because I need to justify having a Patreon at all with the level of content that I make. It's I know like every content creator online has a Patreon, but so like I shouldn't feel bad that I have a Patreon, but I kind of feel bad that I have a Patreon because I it's just me, but I always worry that I'm not offering enough in exchange to justify it. But then I see people who have like way more patrons than me who sometimes aren't even like actually creating anything. And then I feel even more bad inside. So yeah, maybe I should do some kind of post or poll or something on Patreon. Uh, and then I can encourage people, hey, go to my Patreon, and then you can suggest a thing, and it might happen. And there you go. If you want to see me speedrun something, you can support me for as little as $1 a month. Well, yeah, because it's open world. You can just somehow book it to the final boss and kill him, probably. I mean, that Yamfa video, the weapon that he gets that is so powerful, it's not in Limgrave. He gets past what should be gatekept by the Legacy dungeon because there's apparently a way past it to get that weapon, and then he powers up, and then he can use it, and that's the whole video basically. I know he hits a teleport trap into Caldia, that horrible red zone where everything is awful and I hate it. He goes there for some reason, and I don't remember why anymore. Possibly because that's where the dragon he kills is. Possibly just to get the Morning Star with which to kill said dragon. I always forget the names of things. I'm sorry. I'm not good with names. I got my ass kicked by the Crucible Knight, and I was complaining on a Discord server that I'm in. And for whatever reason, I was convinced that he was not named Crucible Knight. He was named Crusader Knight or Crusade Knight or something with Crusade or Crusader in it. I was like, I was so sure that was his name, and then his name was Crucible Knight. And it's like, great. My brain fails me yet again. Anyway, Crucible Knight kicks my ass, and I don't care for it. And the messages on the ground say to parry him, and I can't parry him. And my immediate reaction is the messages are trolling, but then people have said, yeah, he can be parried. It's how you beat him. He's parried. He got parry bait. It's like, great. I just don't know how to parry then. I'm just terrible. It's all my fault. I hate when it's all my fault. I prefer it when it's somebody else's fault, but it rarely is. Who would have thought that you have a great deal of control over the events of your own life? Because it's, your own life. What is it that Liquid Ocelot screams in MGS4? Something about we're not a product of our genetics. I don't know. How did I get on this topic? MGS4 is such a weird game. Nobody should ever quote it. I don't know why I'm quoting it. It's almost bafflingly stupid how the ending is retconned within the ending. It's like he made the game and then released it, and there was a bunch of backlash, and then he did whatever they did for Mass Effect 3, where they released the thing to change the ending ever so slightly. It's like he did that, where he released a thing to change the ending after a bunch of backlash, but then, but he didn't. Like, the game released that way. It released with the retcon pre-installed. It's so weird. I'm not talking about PT, I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 4 released with on-disc retcon. The retcon is in the game already. How does the game retcon itself before it's released? It's not retcon, it's just con, but it's retcon. It really feels like retcon. Retcon is short for retroactive canon. It cannot be retroactive before it's active. It must be released to be active. It doesn't make any sense. Just like I don't make any sense after I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. My brain, no work. Can you imagine me trying to speedrun a game at 3 hours into attempts where I'm just, I'm trying to run the game and get my time down. So I'm just doing attempts over and over on stream. And 3 hours in, like, I can't even form sentences now. Who thinks that I'll be able to speedrun a game? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna set the world record in a fugue state with my consciousness shut down, operating entirely on muscle memory. I mean, that's probably how it works. There are probably a lot of speedruns where that's an ideal state. Hey, Brotodial, that is not remotely true, but you know that. That's why you added that emote. Because you know that's not remotely true. Yeah, the XP curve on this game is awful. It's awful. Wake up, mouse. I'm gonna open up FF9 XP. Wait, what is this FF9 XP grind? Tell me. Oh, it's somebody. It's people asking where the best spot to grind is. Oh my god. Somebody asked on Steam Community for the PC port, I guess, of Final Fantasy IX. On July 5th, 2021, should I grind out levels in the early forest section? And the first reply is levels don't mean much in Final Fantasy IX. Oh, excuse me. I'm choking on my own hoisted of my petard. But no, the first comment is levels don't mean much in Final Fantasy IX, to be totally honest. It's more about the equipment and skills. It's personal choice whether you want to level up a bunch early game. It might make it easier, but not by such a large margin that you'll think back, oh man, I should have grinded in this area for 2 hours. And I think that's pretty spot on. It is so dependent on your equipment. He says this person, I should say. I don't know that it's a he, but it's probably a he. No offense. This person says about equipment and skills. Guess where your skills come from? They come from your equipment. Because everything's dependent on equipment in this game. But yeah, what I wanted was XP chart. Was this it? Oh my god, that is unbearable to look at. How about this one? This one is bearable to look at. Okay. Let's see if I remember how to do percentages. I don't. I'll just divide when it comes up. Okay, I have 961,501 XP. It requires 6,633,167 XP to get to level 99. I am 14.495% of the way. Assuming I did this right. Remember in Final Fantasy VII in Cybershell's video where he mentions level 55 is about 16 to 17% of the way? Yeah, this is worse. I'm level 60 and not even 15%. I hate Final Fantasy IX's XP curve. It's a fucking cliff. I have been pinged. Who has pinged me? It's the person who wanted me to do the trivia. They apparently did the trivia and came in fourth. But at least their arch rival didn't win, and I am trying to console them by saying that. I mean, yeah, levels actually contribute to your stat growth and things like that. It's amazing in Final Fantasy VII. Whereas in this game, your stat growth is dictated by your equipment for some reason. What reason? Who knows? Somebody decided that. They should have decided differently. There should have been some pushback. But alas, pushback there was none. Or at least insufficient. Pushback was not pushed. Or perhaps pushback was pushed to the back. Alright, I probably should look, dare I look, at how freaking expensive the actual capture card I would get to replace this one if it were actually broken is. I don't know why I'm looking this up. I don't actually need a new capture device. I just want to be horrified at the price. $394.17 on Amazon. Holy hell. Although I guess I don't actually need that. I could probably just get away with the much more affordable $209.98 Elgato HD60 S Plus, which I think is actually the lowest end capture device Elgato still manufactures, since they discontinued the HD60 and possibly the HD60S. Oh, well, Amazon has a listing for the HD60S. It saves you $20 whole dollars, $179.99. Wow, some jerk is selling the HD60, which I believe is what I have, which is like no longer even listed on Elgato's site. It's not a supported device anymore. They want $289.99 for that. Because it's legacy tech, I guess. All right. Well, here's a topic of discussion for us gamer bros who game and who accidentally pause the music when they adjust their headsets. According to recent leaks, NVIDIA's next generation graphics card, the so-called 4090, is going to be legit twice as fast, if not faster, than the 3090. Will it be able to run Cyberpunk? Next question. If you already have a 30 series card, would 2x plus performance justify upgrading already? I feel like I don't know which direction I've been running in. Like, I circling both ways feels wrong. I know that I always circle the same way, but I'm now questioning which way that is. I mean, you say that, Zeke. Can a 3090 run Cyberpunk? Let me tell you, if you want them rays traced, you ain't getting 60 FPS. You guarantee a 4090 won't either. I mean, shouldn't it though? My point is, I make bad decisions, and I'm like, oh. And my only solace is that they will be out of stock immediately and also too expensive anyway. They're not even out yet. They're already out of stock. You can't get one. Scalpers have them all. And I say this very flippantly. Well, at the same time, if you can manage to snag one at MSRP or close to it, you know, like from an actual proper retail store, not from a scalper, you could probably flip your current video card for most of the purchase price of that new one. Yeah, the short story is I love gadgets, I love tech. I can't afford any of it though. But boy, would it be nice. And boy, am I always tempted to waste my money on it. I mean, I'm the kind of guy who's like, you know, it'd be nice to get a camera to do like live stream stuff with a camera. Not like just webcam, put my face in the corner, nobody wants to see that. But like, if I do some mini painting, I could set up a camera and live stream some mini painting. You can all make fun of how bad I am at painting. So I look at cameras and my eyes, they go right to the $1,000 plus cameras because they have all the cool features and like full frame sensor, good thing, you know, like all the good stuff, all the fun that I don't actually need if I'm just doing, you know, a basic bitch live stream. It just needs to have clean HDMI out to, you know, be compatible for live streaming and not look like hot ass. But no, I want the most pro or prosumer tier, even though I don't actually know how they work. Because, you know, marketing works on me. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people will lie and be like, oh, marketing doesn't work on me. Marketing works on me. Marketing works on you too. Just in case you were going to be one of those people that says, oh, marketing doesn't work on me. Yeah, it does. Absolutely does. Yeah, I love gadgets. I love toys. They're just crazy, stupid, expensive toys, is what they are. That I can justify, sort of, maybe, kind of, not really, getting for the sake of being a content creator. Even though my content is literally a PS1 game and an overlay that I made in probably not even an hour. Because, it's the logo, it's one color, it's a box, and it's text, and the text is another color. But then the text has, like, bevel or whatever. I forget what I even call, or what it's even called, but the effect of the text that's not part of, like, stream elements, the names, it's got that little pop of the shadow. It's got that illusion of depth. That was like a couple clicks, and then I just had to recreate that on each piece of text. Copy the settings over. Like this is the level of what I actually need. I need some kind of capture device. I need the console. I need a computer. My CPU utilization for this stream, sitting at a blistering 2.6%. I'm really utilizing all those cores in the modern desktop CPU that I have to encode and broadcast the stream. So yeah, I don't need anything expensive to do this. But I want things that are expensive because they're cool. Things that are cool tend to be expensive. If something's cool and it's cheap, that's great. But in tech, cool things are expensive. And then, if you think about what does it really take if you're just like my tier of content creator and you want to be a VTuber, you need a webcam, any webcam, and you need like a free program. Like, I'm pretty sure Vtuber or VTube Studio, whatever the hell it's called, is on Steam and it's free. There is a free program that will make you a VTuber, and all you need is your webcam and the free program. And bam, you're a VTuber. But VTubers don't just get that. They get nice cameras. They get eye tracking cameras. They get face tracking cameras. They get hand tracking sensors. You can go all in on, you get the custom 3D rigged, custom rigged avatar that you commission someone to make for you, a modeler, an animator. That's probably 4 figures out the door. Somebody showed me that eye tracking thing once. It's like $300-400, and it's just, all it does is it puts on the screen where your eyes are looking. And you use that just to animate, like, the eyes. Or I guess. I don't know. I looked on the product page, and it was, like, trying to pitch it as use where you're looking as, like, an input device or something. Magnify part of the screen or select something by looking at it. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure VTubers just use it so that their avatar's eyes do what their eyes are doing. Same way you have the hand tracking sensors. You just want it to have your avatar's hand position match your own. Those are probably a couple $100. Head tracking, I mean, it's... You can go seriously prosumer with being a VTuber. And yeah, like the studio VTubers, whatever the hell they're called, the ones with the contracts, and that like are the only ones anybody cares about. They probably have the company pay for all that crap, and you know, professionals make it for them, and they get paid on contract to do the thing, and so they are, you know, they're pro VTubers. So that's like the tier that this stuff is priced for. But if you're a schlub like me, who just has the money, you can get those tools, and you can be terrible as a VTuber the same way I'm terrible as a streamer. And you've spent a bunch of money on toys. Just like I spent a bunch of money on toys. I don't know what my point was with all this when I started, but my point has become I should have spent my money on VTuber setup and been a popular VTuber instead, because that's apparently what is popular now. Oh, here we go. Here's my VTuber avatar. Okay, so imagine... I guess it's not an avatar. Here's my VTuber backstory. So imagine... No, because, like, you're... It's like pro wrestling. It shouldn't match who you really are. Ideally. Your VTuber avatar is a character. You're playing a role. So here's my character. Imagine, like, a dark god. Like, not like... I don't know, some kind of ancient... Not like an elder thing, not like Cthulhu, but like, I don't know. The closest thing I can think of, like, imagine a Necron, or a Tomb King from Warhammer. Imagine some kind of, like, fake Egyptian, like, pagan-esque dark god. Trapped in a mortal body here on Earth, you know, quote-unquote mortal body. It's a VTuber avatar. So, like, experiencing all the misery of human existence for the first time, no longer being a deeply powerful, ageless being. But video games can give you a taste of that deep, dark power. Cut to clip of me duping souls in Dark Souls to get to soul level 120 in the starting area, and it's like a spiffing Brit as VTuber, except with like the dark, menacing kind of character tone to it of glitch exploitation, bug exploitation as like the focus. So yeah, kind of like if spiffing Brit was a Necron. that's the character. If I ever become a VTuber, that's me. You're just like the gimmick is the glitches and the cheats and the exploits to unlock fabulous power that no mere mortal was meant to possess. Yeah, some kind of legally distinct Necron Tomb Lord, some kind of legally distinct Tomb King from Warhammer Fantasy. I don't know. So yeah, that's my VTuber idea that I had at 3 hours and 15 minutes into this stream when my brain is screaming at me to stop, and I probably should stop. I don't even know what my hit points are at in this game right now. They're pretty low. I mean, they're not really. It's over 1,000 hit points. It's well more than one should have at this point in the game. So yeah, the problem with me being a VTuber is that my brain doesn't work, and I'd have to stay in character and put on a voice. I'd have to put on a dark, menacing type of voice. Something sonorous but intimidating, which is pretty hard given the scratch that's been present in my voice since the migraines started. I'm not sure why, but ever since the migraine started, the timbre of my voice changed. You can actually hear it if you go back to my older videos on YouTube. I don't know, what does that voice do for you? And then I'd have to talk like that without stumbling over a word, or fucking up a sentence in my head, or saying the wrong thing, which happens a lot, because my brain doesn't work. Oh, come on, Malik, I must have sounded different when I was putting on a voice. Please tell me it actually came through. Like, there should have been a change in character to how I sounded. Oh well. But yeah, at this point, I'm struggling to justify, especially because of the capture card screw up. Talking from my nose instead of my chest. Wow. I would have thought if I was talking from my nose, I'd sound more like this. I don't know why I put on the baby accent for this. But yeah, I would have thought that this would sound more like I was talking out through my nose. I'm only 3.5 years old. I got an awful deep voice for being only 3.5 years old, though. Oh my god, I'm from Milwaukee. Go Packers. I don't know. This is why I'm not a voice actor. I don't know how to do voices. Let's see if I can sound like I'm talking from my diaphragm down here. Does this sound more intimidating? More present? Or do I just sound like a stupid asshole? Yes, I can sound like a stupid asshole, or I could sound like a stupid asshole from Milwaukee. That's my range. I don't know. I'm just freaking spitballing here, Malik. I haven't thought anything through. Bleeding to death. Oh, now I'm thinking about the episode of Space Ghost when Aqua Teen Hunger Force is introed, and it's like the characters are completely different, and it's the end with Master Shake is knocked over and dying, but instead of like actually dying, he's just monologuing what the world will miss out on as the credits roll. Hey, salad dongs. I don't know where you would get Sean Connery. I wasn't even anywhere near Scottish accent. No, I got what you meant. Like Patrick Stewart, maybe, just because I mean, obviously he has the British accent, but like probably closer to how he sounds than Sean Connery. I can't do Scottish. Any time I try to do like an ethnic accent like that, like Scottish, German, Russian, the classic uh, joke impersonations that nobody can really do well, but everybody thinks they can. Uh, it's all over the place and it's god awful. Like the best I can do is kind of maybe doing a groundskeeper Willie voice, except like that's not like that's a groundskeeper Willie voice, and it's not even that good. It's just like that's something that I can maybe kind of sort of get to if I'm directly quoting groundskeeper Willie. Like I couldn't do a line from Bond, or I guess he doesn't put on the Scottish. Does he put on the Scottish accent for his Bond films? I doubt it. I'm trying to remember now. I guess he does, but I don't know. But like, that's not imitatable for me. Whereas I can at least attempt to imitate Groundskeeper Willie. Oh my god. It is 10 o'clock at night here on the West Coast. I've been going 3.5 hours. I have no idea what I've been saying anymore. All of this is going to get put on my YouTube channel for some ungodly reason. Nobody will watch it there. It will get no views. It will get no views, but somehow 2 dislikes. Don't ask me how, but it will. And I really should go to bed instead of continuing to opine about. I don't even know what. I can't even finish that sentence. That's where my brain's at. I can't finish that sentence. I realize I could have ended it like 8 different times during that whole run-on sentence, but I didn't. And instead of doing that, I just ran out of gas and it petered off. Except it didn't really peter off, it just cut off mid-sentence, because that's how it worked. Sentences can't really peter off. The point is, I'm going back to save the game, and we're going to call it, and I'm going to get into a random battle again on the way there. That's only worth half as much XP, because that's how that works. This screen always gives one enemy fights, therefore they give half as much XP as the fights on the other screen, which always have 2 enemies. But the load times are the same. And I hate it. I hate the load times. The load times would kill this game's time to complete. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you to everybody who followed and jumped in the chat. Why am I buying a potion? I am completely in the wrong menu. I can't talk and do a thing at the same time. There we go. We got there. Anyway, thank you all for watching, hanging out, listening to me ramble about nothing for the past 2 hours because my brain stopped working at that point and it has been going on inertia. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/SokoMaster, to get me to speedrun something. That's going to be a thing. I've decided now at 10 o'clock at night, that's going to be a thing. Please, for $1 a month, you can tell me to speedrun something, and I will for a while, and I'll suck at it. And it will be a fun time will be had by you. Maybe not me, because I'll have to speedrun whatever you tell me to. It'll be bad, but funny, we hope. Anyway, thank you very much. And until next time, take care.